First things first, I know what you guys are thinking, like, what race is this dude up here? Instead of me telling you I'm like 8 or 9 races, I just say that I'm multiracial, which is a nice way of saying my family fucks anything that moves. No, really, I'm like 90% sure my family's motto is that if you have a hole, I can fill it. I really like acting gay around my friends in public. It makes them uncomfortable and I find it hilarious. Like me and my buddy were in TJ Maxx this one time, and he was like, bro, he's like, what do you think of this shirt? And I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Can I try that on? And he's like, bro, that's way too good. He's like, dude, you gotta teach me how you do that gay impression. And I was like, put a dick in your mouth. I've been watching the news lately, seeing how we've been really getting into it with China. I don't know if you guys know, but China actually takes a lot of ideas that America comes up with. They rip it off and like make their own version of it. They did this recently with the America's Gender Reveal Party, except their gender reveal party is just way better. Like you guys probably know how it works, right? Like if it's blue, it's and if it's pink, it's an abortion. I love my girlfriend. We've been together a while. I remember our first date. More importantly, I actually remember the first time we had sex. That's how I knew she was the one. I remember it was like our 5th date or something. I took her to Peter Pepper Pizza. We went back to my place, and it's getting hot and heavy, right? And right when I'm about to take off my pants, she goes, wait, hold on. And I'm like, oh, what? She goes, you don't have a big dick, do you? And I'm like, why does it matter? And she's like, just because they hurt so bad. And I got serious for a second. I went, listen, baby, I promise, you won't feel a thing. As you can tell, some of my jokes are directed towards women, which can turn a lot of people off. Like this one girl came up to me after a show and she was like, you're a sexist pig. You don't think men and women are equal? You probably don't even think women should be allowed to work. And I was like, all right, first of all, change your tone. Second of all, I think women should be allowed to work wherever they want. They should be allowed to work at places like Subway, Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, Chiba Hut. I mean, those places, they're not even like jobs, they're more like training academies, really. So, fun fact, I don't know if you guys know, but out of the 18 years of life it takes to raise a child, the average cost is $200,000, which is actually really good for me because within the last 2 years I've actually saved $600,000. I mean, you can't save that kind of money anymore. Damn you, Roe v. Wade. I just dealt with my first stalker. I'm proud it's my first one. I've never had one before. That's cool. I was telling my buddy about it. I was like, dude, this chick's fucking crazy. I took her on one date. I didn't even have sex with her, and she's like losing her mind. He goes, that's it. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, have sex with her, dude. I guarantee you she'll never call you again. And so I did that. I called her. We had sex. And the good news is, it was so bad she hasn't called me back since. The bad news is, she killed herself. It's okay, she's a fake person, you can laugh. My therapist says I have to say that, the grieving process. I was raised in a very traditional household. I grew up in the same home my dad grew up when he was a kid. In fact, I actually lived in the same room that he grew up when he was growing up. Now what that means is that me and my dad have both jerked off in the same room, just at different times. I had a cop search through my phone one time. He found naked pictures of me on there. He tried to arrest me because he said I was in possession of child pornography. I was like, dude, they're just my dick pics, bro. Calm down. I got a new job where I've been making a lot of money recently. And all my friends have been like yelling at me. They're like, all that money's changed you, man. And you know, I figured out that they were right. And I figured it out, actually, that money changes you while I was jerking off one day. No, really. Like, I used to jerk off like a peasant, dude. Like, I'll show you guys. Like, I used to jerk off, dude, like hunched over with like your legs spread, basically on the verge of tears, almost. Then I started making money. And then slowly you change, you start sitting up straight, jerking, and then you're crossing your legs. Then your vocabulary goes too. Like, oh, splendid. That moisturizer is extravagant. You guys remember the good old days when we all had to wear masks everywhere? That was awesome, right? Worse than that, you guys remember the mask Nazis we had to deal with? Like, they'd yell at you if you didn't have your mask covering your nose. Like, they'd be like, hey, your mask has to cover your nose, you can't come in here. And I have a theory about those people. I think the same people that were angry when you didn't have your mask over your nose are also angry that they don't make condoms that cover your balls. So Elon Musk came out in an interview recently, and he said that in the next 20 years we won't be able to tell the difference between who's a robot and who's a human. And I kind of find that hilarious. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. I bet you guys didn't know that Martin Luther King Jr. was actually homeless. Yeah. Why else would he go walking around asking for change? What's up, guys? So me and my girl have been really into watching murder mysteries lately. And I like to watch them by myself before we watch them together. That way I have the upper hand. Like the other day we were watching a movie and she kept nudging me and she's like, baby, baby. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want? She's like, I bet you that guy dies. And I'm like, I bet you a blowjob he doesn't. And that's how you get your girlfriend to shut up during a movie.